You there. We need to have a conversation. Yeah, take your time. Tick-tock. Did you nod off, or what?
Never
Hey
let your guard
again,
completely
step right
down,
up. Little
even
bit
in a
of
place
everything
like
from
this.
all over.
Let's see what you have.
You may have to...
Sure.
I love old world widgets. Worth a fair amount, too.
You weren't there. At the switchboard? One day, the Ensign suit's gonna kill us all.
She would have liked this.
not sure how long before it peaks.
The Institute is a huge unknown. Before we can make any plans, we need to do something. What I'm about to tell you is the most closely guarded secret the Railroad has. It's time you learn about Patriot.
I like the name. Sounds encouraging.
There's a man, dozens of synths. Oh, if your plan works, and you're able to get inside the...
Okay. I'll do my best.
Tom's encrypted a message for Patriot's eyes only. Once he sees it, he'll contact you. Until you make contact, and probably after, you need to stay in their good grace. Can you do that? Can you be our agent?
Bring it on.
You can do this. I believe in you. Stand on the platform and I'll give you the holotape. Just plug it into any Institute terminal and wait for the reply. Tom, talk to me.
We've been traveling for a spell. I was hoping to have some
This
words with
frequency
you.
is only going to work once.
What do you want to
You
talk
know
about?
who doesn't
I'm used to flying solo, but I got to admit, working with you makes me think I've been missing out. Having someone watching your back is refreshing,
We're gonna have to cut
especially
corners in
since
this
you never know when the Institute is watching.
Ready when you are.
You've never had a partner.
Not for a long time. Besides, partnering up in the Railroad can leave you vulnerable.
Signal still intensifying.
One more person who can finger you to the Institute. Some people at HQ are jealous. You took the big nap and everyone you knew is long gone. Now, hear me out on the silver lining.
Stand on the platform.
If a human in the
Take
Railroad
it from
slips
there.
up, then they expose friends and loved ones to danger. You're safe from that.
Just stand on the platform. I'll take it from there.
Why would
Stand
the
on the
people they
platform.
care about be in
I'll
danger?
take it from
When the
there.
coursers start kicking down doors, they don't just hit Railroad safe houses. Some friends and family have been known to get axed. Whether the Institute's
stand on the
motivated by
platform.
vengeance
I'll
or
take it from
faulty intel, it doesn't matter to the people left behind. It doesn't matter much to me. I'm a synth. At least that's what they tell me. So I
stand
really
on the
don't have
platform.
anything to lose.
I'll take it
For
from there.
Glory and me and the others, it's easier to dedicate ourselves to the cause.
Just stand on the platform. I'll take it from there.
You're a synth? Why didn't you tell me before?
I don't like talking about it. I was one of the first synths they did the whole Cranium reboot on,
Stand on the
so
platform.
it was a bit of a
take
botched
it from
job. Most synths have fun fake memories. A happy home, a family. Me, I got nothing. And that,
Just stand on the platform.
well, it
I'll take
does
it from
something to you. Since we're traveling together, I want you to take this. It's my recall code. If you ever need to know something about the Institute, read it to me.
Just stand on the platform. I'll take it from there.
If you expect me to believe you, I want proof.
All right, you got me.
Just
No
stand on the
fooling you, huh?
platform.
Don't take it personally. I lie to everyone. Maybe I'm just another human that has people back home he wants to protect. Then again, maybe
Stand on
not.
the platform. I'll take it from there.
You could still be a synth, are you?
I think I'll wait until the betting pool back at HQ gets a little higher
Stand
before
on
I
the
answer that
platform.
one.
I'll take it from there.
When I need some beer money. That code I gave you is a hard truth. You can't trust everyone.
Just stand
Even
on
if
the
someone
platform.
sounds sincere, they could be a synth replacement, recognizing the 90% of the time someone's on the up and up, and the 10% of the
Stand on the
time you're being
platform.
played.
I'll take it from there. Just stand on the platform. I'll take it from there. Just stand on the platform. I'll take it from there. So stand still. You gotta lock in all those molecules of yours. Hopefully we won't miss any. There's only, 60 trillion of them. All right, feeding our baby some juice. Let's see what she's got.
Take this holotape. You need it to contact Patriot.
Oh, man, don't worry. That's all part of the plan.
Tom, do whatever you can to gain their trust. Lie. Tell them what they want to hear. Make up a cover story and sell it.
Come on, I think I got it. Establishing lock on the Institute signal.
Just get all the information you can. About synths. About the Institute's plans. Find their weaknesses. If we can disable or destroy the Institute, we may have to do it. You jack that holotape into any terminal, and Patriot will make contact. He has to.
Got the RF! We got it!
Find a way to save them. Nobody else can.
Now!
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean.
Who are you?
Sean.
Father!
Sean.
What's going on?
I'll kill them for this. All of them.
I don't know you. Go away!
Please, Sean.
Father? Father, help me!
Mm-hmm.
Father? Father, help me!
It's an honor to have you here, ma'am.
Hi.
Father is more than just our leader.
Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just...
Sure.
Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
I could kill you. Right here. Right. Now.
Yes. Yes, you could. And I would be powerless to stop you.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. It's good to finally meet you. I am your son.
Bullshit!
Is it? After all the things you've seen and experienced in the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. No longer an infant, but a 10. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child?
Ah, now that's the question. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science.
Sure. I don't believe you. There's no way any of this is true.
I wish there was something to say. I'm so sorry. I've shown you my trust.
If this is true...
I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
I don't want to hear it.
Very well.
Sure.
The Institute, I've been a part, and now...
You want me to stay here, in the Institute?
Yes. That is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance? Just give it time. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please take some time, You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh.
As the Institute's requisition vendor,
Most of them have lasted long
Hey, Doc.
past their projected
They weren't
lifespan.
kidding. You really
Ask
are?
me.
Well, all
They were
right.
built pretty well.
I'm Allie. When Father told us about you, if you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
What makes you ask? I'm a complete stranger to you.
I suppose when I heard your story, well, you've suffered more tragedy than any one person deserves. I'm sorry. I know that was a very personal... Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least
Sure.
So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on...
I'm just looking around.
I see. Well, please do mind what you touch. Sensitive equipment here. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss.
Who built this place, originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it. Well, I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Scanning. Subject identified.
Is it true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one.
Hey, it's me. So you're the one who sent the encrypted message. How did you even do that? I wasn't sure anyone on the surface would have a chance to crack Trinity. You know, the encryption algorithm.
I want Supplement 77.
I am sorry, sir.
A friend named...
He must have had some serious hardware. Your message was only one word.
Uh-huh. Is that what it's...
What? The railroad?
Right.
I kept sending synths to the surface hoping someone would help them. I hoped the railroad got to some of them, but I never knew for certain.
If you met them, trust me, you wouldn't...
They've eluded the SRB. I have this idea.
Sure.
But we'll need help. Where's he working now? Right. Probably best to talk about something else right now. You know my father thinks it's a living hell on the surface. But that can't be right. Heck, you look positively normal to me. No offense. I'm not sure if we could ever make the surface actually a decent place to live. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't at least try to help, you know?
I would be happy to assist you.
Hey.
I would be happy to assist you.
Liam.
Good. He's here. C-114. It's me.
Sir, do you require something?
It's okay, Z-1. She's a friend. She's with the railroad.
Meeting here is dangerous. And you bring a stranger. You. How do I know we can trust you?
Because the members of the Railroad have dedicated their lives to fight for your freedom.
I thought only Mr. Benet cared. But your friends actually fight for us?
That's what the Railroad does, C1. She's from the surface.
I've never met another human willing to help. But, sir, we must make this quick.
Right now. How many synths want to escape, C1?
The ones I know for certain? 13.
That'll take forever. Let's free those 13 all in one go.
I would do anything for my people. But how do we get them to the teleporter? It's no good. The old maintenance tunnels that lead there are always sealed. By the SRB.
If I can find a way to open those doors, could you get your synths to the teleporter room?
Yes. We'll talk later. Someplace more secure.
Liam.
Just a few high-security doors, right? Controlled by cutting-edge SRB security tech. Yeah. A head-on hack is the sucker play. So we go at them sideways. You're willing to help, right? I can't do this alone.
What do you need help with?
Our core security architecture hasn't fundamentally changed from the old CIT days. The original security program was called Code Defender. Revolutionary stuff. We still have terminals running version 1, mothballed in storage. With some persuasion, I can get an old terminal to interface with the new security terminals. Enough to open doors, at least. Problem is, I can't even crack version 1. So I need a good old-fashioned username and a password. And that's nowhere to be found in the Institute. But if you could get me a pre-war
I'll find...
That's...
Sure.
The CIT ruins were picked... Ask your friend.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
No visible reaction.
Greetings, ma'am.
We're still the dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more. Will there be any pain? I honestly don't know. Now hold still.
I can't express how truly humbling it is to stand in your presence.
You call this a clean floor? Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?
My apologies, sir. I was issued a defective cleansing unit.
Don't make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend to report this. Perhaps after you've been disassembled, we can use your components to make something that's actually useful.
Yes, sir.
Sean, about this synth.
You mean the child? It's a fascinating project, really. There are issues to be solved, of course, but we've made remarkable progress. I can understand how it might seem that way. It is something new. New discoveries are always welcome. I'll make sure it's brought back online in the near future. But I'll admit I'm curious. As a parent looking for a child, looking for the younger version of me, what do you think? Do you think you could love him?
Seriously, you really believe a human could love a synth?
That's a difficult question. I suppose it depends on how closely we've managed to mimic human behavior and emotions. Yours is a unique position. You may be the only one that's truly able to answer these questions right now. I wouldn't claim to know everything you're feeling, but if in some small way the boy's presence can help, I hope you'll keep an open...
Sean?
Our advances will, in time, change the world.
remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below...
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So all systems nominal.
I am seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock
You're
some
here.
heads together.
Glad you made it.
They're dragging
Always
their
be
feet on the
vigilant.
targeting package
We
upgrades I
have
asked
many
for.
enemies.
Maybe I should take some courses
Child
with me.
synth.
Send a message.
Just remarkable.
Please don't.
Hi,
There's enough
Doc.
friction as it is between us and pretty
Here
much
you
all
are.
the other departments.
Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. Despite your relation, I'm sure you understand.
Why? Don't you trust?
I'll be honest. You're the first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions. It's nothing personal. Now, Father is asked. Our primary response...
I'm sure it's...
Certain. There is... Our main coursers, they are
Sure.
highly self... What I gather you know. In fact...
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even... I suppose... Now, unless you need...
I'd like to know...
Fine. Once a courser, we then begin the deli... In those cases where all too often we're...
The Directorate should take the synth escapes more seriously.
Dr. Orman's lecture on cold fusion was nothing short of a revelation.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know.
Don't worry.
Thank you, I do appreciate. Oh, before I've been told you're to be given.
Thank you. I'm sure...
Given in case this, if not now.
I'd like a progress report on your...
Taking very well. I'm hoping that the above ground efforts are successful. I understand those depend.
Nothing to report, ma'am.
Operating at full capacity.
Have you had time to examine my latest reports on Batch 274?
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. Young Wally must be close to 10 years old by now. It's remarkable that any child can survive for so long up there, don't you think?
I try not to think too much about it. We have more than enough to occupy ourselves here. And those people are the last remnants of a dying past. It's best not to dwell on the subject.
They're still people, and they're suffering. We can at least admit that it's regrettable. After all, how can we hope to redefine mankind if we can't even hold on to our own humanity?
Well, that's a question best left to our colleagues in the robotics division.
Yes, well... I suppose you're right.
It's great to have you here.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
I'll reserve judgment until...
In that case, let me give you a brief overview. As the name implies, the Bioscience, our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
Seems like there's...
With hard work and ingenuity, I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask.
I'm not...
Great. I was... In any case...
You mentioned medical?
In that case, he's our top biologist. Dr. Volkert works in the infirmary. You won't find better medical care.
Do you require anything?
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute,
You've got technology.
ultimately, unfortunately, as remarkable as the superior synth.
If the synths are intelligent...
However close, when you see what I am, a rogue, his memories have been erased under him. I've dispatched them.
We'll bring that synth home.
That, now...
If you're sticking around, you'll need to join a crew. I hear Bobby No-Nose is looking.
You're the contact H222 was talking about? Just when I thought one person could only experience so much danger in their life. The patient is resting right now. Were you hoping to say goodbye? I don't advise it. He's far past remembering anything about...
I'm not...
Then what's the plan? We have to... That's the plan? I thought you people valued discretion. But fine. I won't argue. The Malden Metro Center is where you need to go. All the Gen 1s there need to be gone, understand? All of them. I'm leaving H222 and his future in your hands. Once he's gone, we never had this conversation. He was never here. Before you leave, take the holotape on the table. It's a personal message, for your ears only.
Who are you? Hey, stay back.
Hey.
The doc said I got some sort of contagious disease or something. I'm under quarantine.
You'll get into trouble. It's your own damn fault. Watch yourself.
Let's clear now, human! Fight better!
Hey.
What you need?
Hey.
What's mine is yours, pal.
So, there's this thing I heard about. I'm not even really sure what to say. There are stories about... Well, it's some big contraption that's being built out there in the Commonwealth. No one that's mentioned it,
This is an emergency broadcast. Our caravan's under attack by hostile robots and needs some serious help. We're just east of Watts Consumer Electronics. If anyone in the vicinity can come help, now's the time. Ada, loop this message.
Yes, sir.
I don't have time for you right now.
And here I was wanting to spend the day reading proofs. And then you had to ruin That wasn't in the script. Again. You know, ammo isn't cheap. Can we just pay you to play dead? Now that's just annoying. We made that look easy.
It's called shooting.
My friends, where are you going?
That's not even worth picking up, boss.
My friends did not survive the attack. Thank you for assisting. I was certain to meet my end here as well.
Are you okay?
Physically, the damage is minor. But it may sound strange coming from a robot, but they were my family. Again, I thank you for your efforts.
I'm sorry.
My name is Ada. This was the third time, even with the weapon and detection.
Right. Tell me about these robots.
They roam the Commonwealth. Settlers. Merchants. We knew we ran the risk of encountering more of these hostile robots if we stayed in the Commonwealth. If only we had made...
You couldn't have known something like...
The probability of attack was high. In recompense, I will seek justice for my friend. It's time to uncover the...
You'll need help if you want to succeed.
I'm aware of this. You have shown willingness to aid others. I ask that you please assist me in stopping this mechanist. In return, I can give you the schematics to build your...
You want revenge.
I admit my goal is twofold. Stopping the mechanist both protects the Commonwealth and allows me to avenge my fallen friends. I won't rest until I see this threat dissolved. I owe it to them. Now, we last saw... You may find information there that will lead... I will follow and assist...
Yeah.
General Atomics has valuable salvage. Chances are high the robots are still there.
Want me back on deck, huh? I gotta admit, things have been pretty quiet without you.
Let's go then.
I'm all ready to go.